My friends are too in my business. Okay, I just needed to start off with that. My friends are too in my business. How come my coyote sister messaged me talk about I was watching the video and I was looking at the positioning of the blanket, and because I know what you like, I was wondering, is she fully dressed or is she doing a RuPaul? The answer is I am definitely recording the episode in my knickers. I'm probably going to record all of the episodes in my knickers, and I absolutely love that for me. And I hope that you are watching this in your knickers. I can't expect if you're watching it in your knickers, comment below. I'm in my knickers.
Oh, I love this for you.
So before we get started, I just wanted to say a massive, massive, massive thank you to you guys because launch day was a madness. Launch day was an absolute madness, but it was just everything I could have dreamed of. Like, you guys showed out. You showed out the love, the support, like just everything. Even just the people that have like messaged me and told me what they think and how it made them feel. Like, honestly, my heart, I'm so overwhelmed with gratitude. Like, thank you so much. So I had to start off by saying thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Because little old me didn't think I was going to do anything. I can't explain. Like I said in the last episode, it's taken me so long to get to this point and actually make the move. Do you know what I mean? And that's why I just had to encourage you guys, make the move. I can't explain, make the move because you just don't know what's going to happen. And here we are. So thank you so much, guys. And if you are here from last week and you've decided to join the gang and you're back, welcome back, guys. Mwah, 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 mwah. Love yous. And if you are new and someone has sent this to you and you said, oh, let me go try her out and see what she's saying. First of all, I need you to go back to last week's episode and watch that. But make sure you come back to this one because we have things for talk about. But welcome, 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 welcome. So, hey guys, welcome to another episode of Peas in a Pod with your host, me, P. I'm just high vibrations today. I'm high vibrations. You can probably tell the energy is different today. The energy is different today, but I love that for us. I love that for us because I feel like this is what we need. I feel like the first episode we was nervous, we was anxious, but like I said, we're stepping on anxiety, we're stepping on self-limiting beliefs, and we're here again, and we are absolutely doing it. I can't explain. I'm just in awe of everything right now. Like, I can't even really express the feeling. And I want that feeling for you guys so much. Like, and that's why I said last week, make the move. But this week I thought it would be very, very fitting to talk about starting scared now that we've finally made the move, or even if we haven't necessarily made the move yet. Let's talk about starting scared because I know that's a real thing, and I definitely do not want any of you guys to watch any of my episodes and see my big personality and think, oh yeah, now Paris don't get scared, because Paris gets scared. Let's just start off with that. But the question is, are we starting scared, or are we waiting until we're ready? I feel like we definitely need to unpack that. We definitely need to unpack that. Are we starting scared, or are we waiting until we're ready? Because I'm not even going to lie. I feel like I got to a point in my life where I was tired of waiting. I was tired of waiting. I was just like, yeah, I've been praying for the confidence to come. I've been praying for the fear to go. I've been praying to just, for this like light bulb moment to happen. And all of a sudden, I just feel ready to go because it wasn't coming. I can't expect it wasn't coming. I don't know if it's come for you yet or if you're waiting on it, but all I know is for me, it wasn't coming. So we had to just start scared. And I'll be honest, starting scared is shit. Starting scared is shit. I'm not going to sit here and be like, just start scared and then expect you to just start scared. Like, I feel like starting scared is a journey um, to really understanding what it is that you need, having compassion with yourself, having giving yourself empathy and love whilst doing the thing that you're doing. Because I think, you know, we go through a lot of things in life that definitely has created that fear in us. And a lot of the time, it's about understanding where that fear comes from, unlearning the things that have brought us to that place, really healing and working through trauma and triggers and stuff like that. So, as easy as it is to say, just start scared, I feel like starting scared is still a journey in itself. Do you know what I mean? Um, I was thinking about it the other day and I was thinking, back in the day, I used to be a bad bitch. I don't know about anybody else. Like, I don't know if like the fear comes with age or what, but back in the day, I was a bad bitch. I feel like fear didn't even exist. So what's this? Why do I feel like this? Is what I mean? I literally started a dance company. Oh God, how old was I now? I don't even know how old I was, but I was early 20s, let's say that. Yeah, probably like 20, 21, 22. And I never forget, I was literally just in bed one night and this idea came to me that I wanted to train girls. I wanted to mentor girls. I wanted to prepare them for the industry. And I wanted to send them out for work. So like literally find them work. And I remember waking up the next morning and just making it happen. I didn't overthink it. I didn't question myself. I didn't wonder if anyone was gonna like what's the word support me. I just said, I've got this feeling, I've got this idea, and I'm going for it. And I love that for that version of me. If anything, sis, where you at? Where are you now? I can't explain because, like I said, back then she was doing bits. She was doing bits. She had an idea. She woke up and she made it happen. And we did. We literally put together a whole dance company and we did what we said we was gonna do. We had girls. We was training them weekly. We was mentoring them. We was getting work for them. We was preparing them as just young girls stepping into the industry. And it ended up being really great. It ended up being really, really, really great. So then I said to myself, what happened to you? Like, what happened? Like, where did all of this fear and anxiety and overthinking and initial panic come from? Do you know what I mean? And obviously, like I said, through the years, I think like if you look at kids, they seem like they've just got no fear at all. Like they just be outside. Kids really just be outside. And I guess that's because they've not experienced anything in life. Do you know what I mean? If a kid jumps off a wall, this is the first time a kid's jumped off a wall. They've never jumped off a wall before, so they don't know that when they jump off the wall, it's going to hurt. However, as big people, we've jumped off the wall. I can't explain. We've jumped off the wall and we've definitely broken our legs. So we know not to jump off that wall again. But then I feel like as life goes on and you keep jumping off walls and you keep breaking your legs, you literally get to a point where you're like, okay, I'm just not going to jump off the wall anymore. And then that actually stops you from jumping off anything. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like that is where this build up of overthinking and fear comes from. I'll be honest, I feel like COVID definitely played a part in my newfound fear. I just feel like everybody got a little bit weird around COVID times. I know I definitely got a bit weird at COVID time because I was definitely one of them people that did COVID alone in my house. Like the whole COVID episode was me by myself in the house. And it was great because I needed that space because a lot of things happened for me. But I feel like because I was in that space for so long by myself, coming out was just very, very weird. And I feel like it's been since then, I've not really bounced back the way that I thought I was going to bounce back. So as much as I say, yeah, the like life and experiences create that fear in us, I also feel like the pandemic definitely did something to all of us. And I feel like I have to say that because I need us to really understand that we're not on our own. Do you know what I mean? Like we all went through that. We all came out of that feeling a bit off. We're all probably still trying to build ourselves back up from that because I know I'm not the only one that used to be a bad bitch and then all of a sudden is frightened of everything. Do you know what I mean? And if I am the only one, then boy, sir, what's the secret? Because I mean, if I am the only one that is like that, used to be a bad bitch, and now all of a sudden she's afraid of everything, please, what is the secret? Comment below what the secret is because I'm really out here trying to figure it out. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm really here with you guys trying to figure it out. You must know what I mean. I feel like when it came to the podcast and, you know, trying to really bring myself to a point of where I was ready to go and like confident and really ready to like press in, um, I just kept on praying. I just kept on praying. And I feel like, because I'm one of them people that when I pray, I need like something tangible to come from that. Like if I ask God for something, I feel like I've not got it until I can see it, feel it. I don't know why I'm so gassy right now. You know when I'm really trying to swallow down the burps, but geez, ooh, I need one hot drink. You know what I mean? Yeah. So when I pray to God, I feel like I'm one of the people that I need something tangible. Like I need to be able to see something happen or feel something happen. And like I said at the beginning, I feel like I've been waiting for this like light bulb moment of oh shit, yeah, I'm ready to go. I'm confident now. I'm not scared anymore. Do you know what I mean? And it just wasn't coming. And it's crazy because there's this scene in it's a film called Evan Almighty. I don't know if anybody's. I feel like a lot of people would have watched Evan Almighty. It's the spin-off from Bruce Almighty, so you know where um is it Morgan Freeman's God, and he's basically on this journey with a guy called Evan, and he basically wants him to build the boat. So Evan basically is Noah from the Bible, and there's a scene in there and it's God talking to Evan's wife. And he says, if someone prays for patience, do you think God gives them the patience? Or does he give them the opportunity to be patient? And I thought about that and I thought about, like I said, me praying for something and wanting that tangible thing and not having it, and then thinking, okay, well, maybe I've just got to wait a little bit longer, or maybe God just didn't hear me. Do you know what I mean? Whereas this is basically saying he's not necessarily going to give you that tangible thing. So you're not going to get that light bulb moment of, okay, yeah, I'm ready now. He's going to give you an opportunity to have that thing that you're asking for. And right about now, I'm praying and I'm asking God to just remove this fear and give me this confidence to be able to move forward and do the thing that I want to do. And I'm waiting on it and it's not coming. But realistically, this is the opportunity that is giving me to push past this fear. And it was by just starting scared. Do you know what I mean? And like I said, I'm not saying this and expecting anyone to just get up and go and start scared. I'm saying this because I know it's hard. I know it's scary. And I know that, like I said, fear is a journey. And a lot of the time, it is about finding the root of your fear and understanding where does that really come from. And that's probably not necessarily going to just ultimately remove the fear. However, it is gonna kind of help you through it, especially if you know where that fear comes from and you can unlearn that and unwrite that in your life. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, that was something that I really had to sit on the other day and was like, God, I'm praying and you're not giving me the thing that I'm praying for. But like I said, God doesn't give you the thing that you're praying for. He gives you the opportunity to be able to grow within that space. You know what I mean? So, like I said, guys, are we waiting until we feel ready, which I don't feel like it's going to come, or are we just going to do it scared? Because I feel like it's time for us to start doing it scared. Last week was all about making the move. Do you know what I mean? But we can only make the move if we make the move. And a lot of us are definitely scared of making the move. But now it's about deciding for yourself you're going to make the move scared. You think when I quit my job, I wasn't scared. Listen, I quit that job. I had no idea what I was walking into. I had no idea how I was going to survive in life. I had no idea where I was going to get money from. I had no, like, all of my stability was about to just go out of the window. I was absolutely terrified. That's probably why it took me so long to actually leave. Because don't get me wrong, before I left, I was trying to apply for jobs. I was trying to find something to go into and it wasn't happening. And then I got the word from God, I got the revelation, I got the vibe, okay, it's time to just go. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, yeah, but I'm scared. Like, what do you mean? It's time to go. Do you know what I mean? So I'm telling you, fear will either cripple you or it will push you. And I'm so glad that I overcome the feelings of fear. I didn't overcome the fear because I'm not even gonna lie, I'm still scared. You know what I mean? I'm out of work. I mentioned on my social media the other day I had to apply for bloody universal credit because the job never wanted to pay me my last wage, which I thought I was gonna get. And I'm out here and I am like, okay, God, I am surviving. Do you know what I mean? I'm surviving. I'm unemployed. So the money's not money in. I'm surviving and I'm grateful that I'm surviving. But I'm just like, okay, but when's the next thing going to come? When am I going to start getting paid again? Do you know what I mean? Like, when's that going to happen? So the fear, I'll be honest, it doesn't even go completely. It eases, it becomes manageable, but it doesn't necessarily go. So if the fear isn't going anywhere, then how long are we going to sit and wait for it to go? Do you know what I mean? I'm telling you guys, it's time. It's time to start scared. It is time to start scared. As horrible as that might feel, this is just where we're at, baby. And I get it. I absolutely get it. But we are introducing a new segment today. I absolutely love the segments. Like, I feel like the segments are like my favorite part of the episode. Like, I'm always chatting in it. So the chatting. Like, I love that for you guys. But segments, that's my bag. And this segment this week is called Mythbusters. I think this is probably my favorite segment out of all of them. So Mythbusters is a segment where we find myths based on whatever topic it is we're talking about, whatever the conversation is. We find myths, so common things that people say or you hear or you probably believe within yourself, and we basically talk about why it's bullshit. We basically talk about why it's bullshit. We bust it up, hence the name Mythbusters, and we basically throw it in the bin because we're not going to do that. We're not going to do. Gone are the days for awful, unsolicited advice. You know, you get them people that always have something to say. It's like the friend that you have that's in the toxic relationship, and then you go to them because you and your man are in little problems, nothing big, but you just need a space to just have offload. But true, so they're in toxic relationship, they want to come and give you toxic advice. Next thing you know, you and your man are in toxic relations. No, we're not doing that. So Mythbusters is the space where we're gonna bust up these myths that we've been believing all these years. So the topic being starting scared. So the first myth is you need to have it all figured out before you start. Listen, if I waited until I had this whole podcasting thangy figured out, then we would not have started ever. Like, literally, I am learning as I go along. Like, I still don't know what I'm doing here. I'm still figuring it out. I'm still learning about lighting and sound and set and structure and stuff like that. I am still on this journey of becoming a podcaster. Like, don't think, oh, I'm just here now and I'm just a podcaster and I just know what I'm doing. It's a journey. Do you know what I mean? I literally feel like people learn as they go along. People learn as they go along. So for someone to say to you, oh yeah, you gotta have it all figured out, yeah, we're definitely gonna bust that one up. We are definitely gonna bust that one up because no, I don't. No, I don't. Start where you're at. Start where you're at. And if that means you've got to start a bit slow, if that means you've got to start a little bit small, that's absolutely okay, because I feel like sometimes the slow, steady, small starts, they're more sustainable, which means in the long run, your thing finna be the thing that's up. Whereas the people that just go in for the kill, do the most, get themselves into situations that are not sustainable. Next thing you know, everything mashed down, and we don't want that. We want sustainability. We want things to grow naturally. We want things. We want to do things the way God wants us to do them, not the way we want to do them. Do you know what I mean? So if God says it's time to get something started and you're sitting there thinking, oh, I gotta get it figured out, or I gotta figure it out, God's sitting there like, for what? Because I never told you that you need to figure it out. You don't know what God's got on the other side of you making that move, even though you're scared. Do you know what I mean? How do you know once you don't start, the thing that you didn't have figured out wasn't going to figure itself out? Let's sit on that. How do you know the thing that you didn't have figured out, which was stopping you from starting, isn't going to figure itself out until you start? You must know what I mean. So that is definitely a myth that we are gonna bust up and throw in the bin. You need to you need to have it all figured out before you start. Ew, get away from me with that. Oh, anyway, the next one is fear means you are not ready. Who said that? I gotta say, who said that? Who said that? Because whoever said that needs to go in the bin with the myth. I can't explain. Fear means you're not ready. I'll be honest. I believe that fear means you are about to step into some big growth. You're about to step into some big growth, and your body, your spirit knows it. I can't explain. I'm a dancer, I'm a performer. And I've been doing it for as long as I know. I've been dancing since I was probably like 4 years old. So performing and stuff is very it's normal to me. Like I don't even think twice about it before I go out. However, every time I'm about to do something, I'm about to perform, I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, I'm scared, because I'm not. But I do get nervous, feelings come up in me where I do kind of doubt sometimes, and I kind of question, oh my God, or I start to stress, like, am I going to remember everything? Is it going to look good? Is it going to be right? And da 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 da. But in saying that, all of them feelings don't mean that I'm not ready to go out and perform. I've been performing my whole life. Do you know what I mean? Nobody can't come and tell me, oh, babe, that one there, that it's not ready for the stage. It's not, because I know what I can do. Do you know what I mean? I know what I produce when I go out on that stage. So me feeling a bit inadequate, a bit scared, a bit nervous definitely does not mean that I'm not ready for it. If anything, it probably means that you're closer than you think. Do you know what I mean? I think Beyonce said it one time. The nerves are good because it means you want it. Do you know what I mean? So the fear is good because it means you want it. You want something great to come from this. Do you know what I mean? You're about to step into a mad level of growth, and the enemy's gonna give you fear to try and stop that from happening. It says in the Bible that God doesn't give us a spirit of fear. Do you know what I mean? And I'm not going to sit here and preach, but that is something I stand on. God does not give us a spirit of fear. So why are we holding that and running with that? In all the spirits that God gives us, in all the great things that God gives us, why are we holding on to the one thing, the only thing that the enemy has over us, which is fear? Do you know what I mean? But he don't even have it over us. He tries it. He tries it. But then we do it anyway, and we're here now. Do you know what I mean? But why are we going to hold on to that one thing and not move forward in what it is that we need to do because we're scared? These times we know God never gave us that. The feelings of excitement, the feelings of happiness, the feelings of feeling proud of yourself. They're the feelings that God's given you. So hold on to that excitement that you're feeling amongst the fear and run with that. Run with that. Let me tell you. Um, okay, so yeah, fear means you're not ready. That is definitely a myth. We are busting up and throwing in the bin. Next one is, what's the next one? You can only start once everything is perfect. I'm not gonna lie, I'm triggered. I'm triggered by that one because I'm a perfectionist. Oh, can you see my knickers? And it's something I've really had to work through, especially with this. Oh my life! I mean, you can probably tell, like even just the way I've lined things up, like the way that I've presented everything. Like you can tell, like I really make sure my shit is tight, tight. I rarely slip. I can't expect. I rarely slip. However, I think my boyfriend says it. Is perfection is the downfall, or perfection is the journey to the downfall. Oh, I absolutely do not know what the quote is, but it's something like that anyway. It's along them lines. Perfection is the thing that's gonna mash it up. Basically, perfection is the thing that's gonna hold you back. And the worst thing is perfection's an illusion. Perfection is not a real thing. Like I don't think anybody can really strive for that perfection and actually get it. There's always going to be something, do you know what I mean? And if anything, I feel like in this day and age, people really respect the authenticity of things being imperfect. Do you know what I mean? Like, we're all on a journey. We're all trying to figure it out. Like, don't ever make what anybody else is doing or what anybody else's shit look like make you think, oh, I'm not good enough because my shit's not that. Like, perfect is an illusion. I promise you. It is something that you will strive and strive and strive for, and it will never be whatever you want it to be. Do you know what I mean? As tight and as cute as my set is, it's still not the way that I want it to be. But it don't look bad. Do you know what I mean? It don't look bad. Like, I'm pretty proud of my set. There's a couple of things that I still want to get. Little ornaments and stuff. Obviously, these are not. These were the old logo. So we need to get new logo pillows and stuff. But like I said, if I was striving for that perfection, the thing wouldn't have even started. And it's time. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, you can only start once everything is perfect. Awful, absolutely awful advice. A myth. Throw it in the bin. Throw it in the bin. And the last one is you need to see the whole path or the end result before you start. But I don't know if anybody has started anything before and already has been able to see clearly the whole path or the end result. I don't know anybody that's done that. You've probably got an idea of what the end result is going to look like or what the path will look like, but I feel like as you start something and you grow in what you're doing, it changes. Do you know what I mean? It changes. And I feel like if you waiting to be able to see that end result or know what that end result is, you again holding yourself back. I remember when I got kicked out of my mom. So quick story time. We love a story time. I love to chat my business, overshare it, annoying. So I got kicked out of my mom's house when I was 25. I know that is definitely a normal age to move out. However, um, I just wasn't ready at the time. Well, I thought I wasn't ready at the time. I was 25 and I was just very much in the thick of being at home and still being mothered and looked after because my mom is the most amazing mom in the world and that's what she does. She really mothers and looks after us. So it was kind of one of them ones where it was like, why would I move out? Do you know what I mean? However, in saying that, the space between us was getting very toxic. And I now that I think back to where we was back then and how things were, I can't lie, I would have kicked me out too. I would have been sick of me too. So Sister J, if you're watching this, I get it now. I get it now because I was definitely I was not the person I am now. I think I was very hard. I was very angry. I was very hurt, and I was deflecting a lot of that onto my home, onto my mom. I feel like I was getting to the age where I must have felt like I was some big somebody in people's house and could just go on however I wanted to go on. And then I think at the same time as well, mother daughter relationships, you go through that rocky stage where it's kind of redefining your relationship from mother to daughter, from mother to child daughter, to mother to adult daughter, and just finding you guys flow in that. So we was in a very sticky place. So, like I said, I understand why I got kicked out, but I am not even gonna lie. The day, so the way my mom kicked me out, right? Sister J is sick. Sister J is so sick. So we was going through it, was bare arguing. And I remember my mom invited me to Weatherspoon so we could just chop it up and talk out whatever was going on. And I was, like I said, I was just in such a space. I was just so angry and hard. I just wasn't with it. I didn't want to hear anything she had to say. I didn't want to smooth things over. I was just in it. Do you know what I mean? You're just in your feelings. And that must have been the day when my mum looked at me and was like, yeah, I'm done. I am so done with you. So the day after that, I got an email saying that she was kicking me out of the house. I don't know if anybody's got kicked out via email before, but I got kicked out via email. That's why I say Sister J is sick. I got the email saying that she's kicking me out of the house, and in the email it said the date that I needed to be gone by. So I think she gave me like 2 months notice, where and the instructions as to where the key needed to be left on the day that I leave. Um, and just any of the added instructions in regards to me having to remove myself from her home. Like I said, I'm going to say it again. Sister J is sick because Sister J said, I'm not playing no games. I'm putting it in writing. And like I said, I don't know about anybody else. I don't know about anybody else. But if you have been kicked out of your house before and it was done via writing, you know you can't have no chat for that. You just have to remove yourself from the house because in writing, okay, that's what I thought when I got the email. It was really okay. You must. I mean, I've been kicked out of my mum's house before loads of times. Like I said, I was just that little annoying feisty daughter in it, but it was never that official. So I knew that was the one. So obviously, mum kicked me out of the house, and like I said, I was such a home babes. I've always been mothered. Like my mum always says to me, like sometimes it seems like I want to get back into her womb, and I do. I can't explain. I want to get back into my mum's womb. So the thought of moving now and all of a sudden having to be an adult and having to now pay bills and like look after a home myself was like, there's no way. Like I can't do that. Like, what do you mean? Do you know what I mean? And I remember I had to get on my shit. I found my house. Everything was sorted. Contract was signed. I got my keys, and the date had come as to when she wanted me out of the house. However, at this point, I think because I had started making things happen, me and mum, we weren't friends again, but we was getting a bit more civil with each other. Obviously, mum was lightening up a little bit because she knew that I was going to be going, and I think I was just getting to a point where I was like, I can't hold on to the anger anymore because I'm scared. Do you know what I mean? Mum started buying me little things from my house, and I really appreciated that. So we kind of was in a decent space, let's say that. So the day come and I had my house, but because I was so scared, I couldn't make the move. So I was giving myself all these excuses. The house needs painting. I need to buy this first. I need to do this. Da 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 da. So obviously, my mom, I think maybe through understanding and how I felt, was kind of just giving me a little bit of leeway to not necessarily go straight away. It was like, all right, then cool. But then obviously it got to a point, I think we was like a month in. Imagine I paid my big month's rent and didn't even live in the house. I paid my big month's rent and I could, that's how scared I was to actually make the move to go and live in my house. Until one day Sister J said, why are you still here? Why are you still in my house and you have your own house? And it's stated in the letter, in the email, sorry, that you needed to be gone from Quebec. You must know what I mean? So obviously, like I said, I'm giving my mum all these excuses, and my mum's not stupid. She knew what it was. She knew what it was. So mum stepped up and said, "You know what? We're getting this done." And she booked me the man with the van. Um, and made it happen. Literally made it happen. The man with the van came. I had to pack up all my things. She helped. Don't get me wrong. As much as we wasn't in a great space, she was so supportive. Like she showed me, where to buy my first settee. She bought my first fridge for me. She bought me all my kitchen utensils. I remember she bought me like towels and stuff for my house. So she really did support me, even though we was in such a toxic space. So I love her for that. And that's why I say Sister J is sick. Sister J is so sick because amongst the pain that I was causing, she still came through to me. And like, that's my mom. Do you know what I mean? That is my mom. So I think for a few years, I was quite angry with the fact that I got kicked out of the house because it was like, oh, how could you do that to me? But like I said, I'm older now and I understand the space that we was in and what was happening. And I would have done the same to me as well. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, back to the story. Yeah, she just got it all together and made it happen. And I'm not even gonna lie, I feel like I probably would have never done it if she didn't just make me do it. Do you know what I mean? And I got into the house, I've moved in, and I'm not even gonna lie, as hard as it was being kicked out of my mum's, taking that step and doing it past the fear was probably the best thing that could have ever happened to me. I'm still in this house now. So I got kicked out when I was 25. I'm 31 now. And I'm still here now. And this is my safe space, my my little baby, my first project. Like I love my home so much. Like I'm really that person when I go out and people are like, oh, do you want to stay at mine? No, I'll go home. I will go home. I can't explain. I don't need to stay in nobody's house because I hate being under manners. I don't like being under manners. So maybe just go back to my house. But yeah, my house is just my everything. And when I first moved in, the fear was not eliminated. The fear was not eliminated. And I had no idea what this journey was going to look like. I could not see the path clearly. I didn't get kicked out of my mum's house and just know what I was going to do or how I was going to do it. Do you know what I mean? So the whole idea of you need to see the path or the end result before you start, dead, because you're never really going to know what that's going to look like. I did not know that I was going to eventually one day be sitting in my house 7 years later, just in awe of what I've created for myself. Do you know what I mean? Because at the time, I thought my mom was sending me to the pits of hell. Like, how could you kick me out at the big age of 25? Do you know what I mean? So I feel like clarity comes with action. Do you know what I mean? Needing to know what things are going to end up like is just going to get in the way of your greatness. Do you know what I mean? Clarity comes with action. Start that thing, do the thing, make the move through the fear. Do you know what I mean? And whatever it is that you're wanting to get to or wanting it to look like, it will come. It will come. I promise you, it will come. Um, but that was my little story time, and that was Mythbusters, guys. So I hope you enjoyed our new segment. Well, I'll say new segment. Is it new segment? Well, it's a new segment, but I'm saying it like we've been doing this for ages, guys. I hope you enjoyed Mythbusters. Can't say. I hope you enjoyed Mythbusters, because I did, and I love that for me. Um, but yeah, like I said, starting scared. Are we starting scared, or are we doing it? Or are we waiting for us for to feel ready? Because I can't wait no more. I can't wait no more. I've been listening to this song. Um, Thing is, I didn't realize that this song was so. There's a that meme. I'm not even gonna try and sing it because the voice. But there's like a clip that everyone always puts on their memes. And I didn't actually realize it was a gospel song. So I just came across this gospel song, and it's one of them old school gospel songs. When like it's like a really big black woman singing, and the vocals are gonna hit that. When the big black women sing the gospel and they're doing all the don't even play with my spirit. Don't even play with my spirit. So I've come across this song. Oh god, I don't even know what her name is. I need to find the woman's name because her voice is absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. LaShawn Pace. That's her name. LaShawn Pace. And oh my life, that song is called Act Like You Know. And I really feel like that is the only thing at the moment that is helping me push past my fear is acting like I know what I'm doing. Do you know what I mean? People always say, fake it till you make it. Fake it till you make it. And I don't always like the idea of faking it till you make it because I feel like it's good to be authentic with where you're at, kind of thing. However, we can definitely act like we know. We can definitely act like we know with that girl. We can definitely act like we know with that guy. We can definitely act like we know like what we're doing. Do you know what I mean? We can definitely act like we know who we belong to. So if he's telling us that we need to do it, it's going to be fruitful and it's going to be great. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, that song has been giving me so much life. I'm gonna play the meme part. I don't even know if YouTube will let me do this. If it does, thank you, Jesus. If it doesn't, like I said, just typing on YouTube, Lashawna Pace. Lashawn, not Lashawna. I don't know why I had to black it up like that. Lashawn Pace. Act like you know. Wait there, let me try and get the part so you guys know what I'm talking about. No, I don't know. I hope you could hear it in the in the mic. In the mic. I don't know if anybody else felt that in their spirit, but I have had this song on repeat heat because I'm just in a space where I'm like, I can't keep sitting and accepting these feelings that just make me feel like I'm not good enough or bring up that fear in me or just eliminate my confidence or just stunts my growth. Like I can't do it anymore. I can't. I really can't because it's time to get shit popping. Do you know what I mean? I never left my job to come and sit down and not act like I know. Do you know what I mean? So we're acting like we know. We're acting like we bloody well know. And I love that for us. I absolutely love that for us. So last segment of the episode, which is a regular moment of the week. So if you didn't watch last week's episode, moment of the week is something that we do every single week where we pick a moment that either you guys have achieved or I've achieved, and we basically give you your flowers. And I'm so happy because when I first created these segments, I was thinking, oh, I don't think anyone's really gonna like vibe with it or really get it or interact. I can't explain, but God really sent me an obedient audience. God really sent me an obedient audience, and I love this so much. So someone has actually sent me their moment of the week. Because like I said last week, if you guys never sent me your moment of the week, we would have been doing my moment every single week. Because I don't mind doing my moment every single week. I don't mind giving myself my flowers every single week. Just what I mean. However, we have been sent a moment of the week. So this was sent in by Simran. I'll be honest, I know Sim. Sim's one of my little sisters. And her moment of the week was, other than watching Peas in the Pod, love that for you, girl. She started salsa class, okay, and made it to the gym 4 times this year as a non-gym goer. I hope that the claps don't mash up the mic because I heard this week that clapping confuses the devil, so we're gonna clap. Claps for you, girl. Sis said she started salsa class. Sis said, I'm ready to move my hips. I'm ready to move my hips. And she went to the gym 4 times this year already. Not you achieving your New Year's goals. Not you being consistent. Not you stepping out on fear and making shit happen. Go ahead, Sim. I love that for you, girl. I love that for you. And I love it for you even more because obviously being a dancer, it's mad because I'm a dancer and I've danced, like I said, my whole entire life. I've even ran my own classes, I've taught, I've trained people, but even I don't go dance class. You will never, ever catch me in dance class. And it's crazy because I feel like I've gone through this really weird journey with dance class. I think obviously I used to go dance class. Obviously, you have to go dance class to train. And then I think once I started teaching, I kind of built up this like really unhealthy idea of I can't ever look like I'm slipping because I'm now the teacher. I'm now the one that's running things. So I can't now go to a class and be vulnerable and be seen to like getting shit wrong and all that kind of stuff. And I feel like that ate away at me so much. I really struggle to bring myself to go to class now. It's like I've just completely scared myself into going to class. So I love the fact that you have stepped out and gone to a salsa class. And that's cute. That's cute. Salsa's cute. Me and my mom used to go salsa. Me and my mom used to go salsa. I feel like that's encouraging for me. That's encouraging for me. So thank you. Thank you for doing that for you because that has just planted a seed in me that's made me think, you know what, if I can be this gas for you for doing that, then why wouldn't I do that for myself? Because I have been wanting to go back to class. I have been wanting to go back to class, especially because now I feel like Birmingham's really coming up with the dance class scene. I feel like it was all London before that was doing bits and stuff like that. But I feel like the new girlies, because I'm one of the older dancer girlies in Birmingham, the new girlies are really showing out with their classes, and I love that for you guys. I love. Oh, here's the gas finally coming up. Jesus, like I said, I need one drink. I love that the new wave of dancers in Birmingham are really stepping out and showing out, and their classes are bussing, and their audiences are growing, their socials are growing, and they're really doing their thing. They're really making a name for themselves, and they're really stepping into their branding. I love it. I absolutely love it. So maybe this is the one for me to do it scared. So thank you so much, Sim, for sending in your moment of the week. And like I said, snaps for you, snaps for you, because I'm proud of you, and I'm sure everybody else that's watching this is so proud of you right now. Well done. um well done. And even the gym as well, because the gym alone is terrifying. Like, I'm the kind of babe, I will only work out in my house. I'm a 5 a.m. babe, so I like to wake up really early in the morning and work out, but I'm not gonna do it in public. You know what I mean? I'm not doing it in public. So when I'm doing my sit ups, you can see my rolls. Don't do that. I'll do it in my house, thank you. So again, so proud of you for making it to the gym 4 times, and I hope that you've been able to maintain. And you know what? If you haven't, it's okay, because you can just go again when you're ready. Do you know what I mean? But hold tight, you, for being consistent with your New Year goals, girl. I can't wait to see the new body yachty. Body yachty. Oh God, yeah, I absolutely love that for you guys. So, like I said before, if you have a moment of the week that you want to share with us, this is I'm so glad, because I originally pre-recorded a lot of these episodes, and it was all good and stuff, don't get me wrong, because I feel like it really helped me prepare, it really helped me grow, it built up my confidence to be able to actually come here. But once I started, I said, nah, I wanna do it. I wanna do it live and live in colour. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like now I'm actually doing it. I feel like I'm in the conversation with you guys, and I feel like now you guys are in the conversation with me. And it's crazy, because that is what peas in a pod actually means. So I know everyone's like gassed off the name, like peas in a pod. That's sick because it's pea and she's in a pod. Like, yeah, okay, I love that for me. However, the pod is the significant part of the name, peas in a pod, because when you think about actual peas in a pod, the vegetable, the vegetable, I don't know why I nearly thought it was a fruit. That was not okay. The vegetable, there's never just one pea in the pod. The pea is in the pod with a load of other peas. Do you know what I mean? And they're all in there, sitting there, comfortable, cozy, just looking after each other. No one can bother them. And do you know what I mean? And I feel like I'm really finally here, and you guys are actually in the pod with me now. And I'm like, like, honestly, this is just so great. This is just so great. So yeah, if you have any moments of the week, if you've done anything that you've, or if you've done anything, or if you've achieved anything, or, and it doesn't have to be massive, it can be the smallest thing for you, and you've done it, send it in to us so that we can gash you up and we can all be proud of you. And you never know, you might plant some seeds. Like I said, Sim went to dance class this week, and it's made me have to unpack why I don't go to dance class. And now I'm sitting here thinking, oh shit, I should just go back to dance class now. I've exposed myself. Do you know what I mean? So you never know what you're going to do for other people by sharing your moment of the week. So yeah, moment of the week, guys, send it in. But yeah, guys, that was our second episode, and I absolutely love that for us. I really enjoyed that one. I really, really enjoyed that one. I don't want to go. I don't want to go. I don't even know how long this episode is, but I just know that I don't want to go. Like, I woke up this morning, and I thought I just wanna invite you all to my house so we can have a big sleepover and hang out together. Like, that's just my personality. Like, I love a people, man. I love a people. I love a chatting. I love just being in everybody's business. I just love it. I just love it. So thank you so much for coming back. And if you're new, thank you for joining. Like I said, if you are new, go back, watch first episode so you can understand like where we're at, where we're coming from, what we're doing. But make sure you come back to this one because we've got things to talk about. And yeah, episodes every single week. If you're enjoying it so far, I can't explain. Even if you're not enjoying it, just support the team. I can't explain. We're all trying to grow here. We're all trying to step out and be bold. Do you know what I mean? We're all trying to do it scared. Do you know what I mean? So share, like, subscribe, comment. Like I said, if you're watching this in your knickers, comment down below. I'm in my knickers, so that we can all feel comfortable together. Yeah. But thank you so much for coming, guys. And I will see